Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 32 of Popcorn Problems. My name is Elon Pressman, and I'm here with my very good friend and fellow co host.
Nicholas Apasco. Every week we'll make sure you're caught up with the biggest news and movies in Hollywood.
This week we're going to be reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie, one of last weekend's biggest new releases. But before we get to that, what's poppin'? Where we run through the biggest movie stories of the week. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Thank you for clicking on episode 32. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing all right. I've just been busy, working at school and work, I suppose. How about you?
Yeah,
How have you been?
yeah. It's been long days, but it's been good, chilling and just chugging along. Crazy that we're already in April. I guess last week was like the first week of
Yeah,
April, but I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
dude. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It feels so slow and so long at the same time. Which is whatever. Um,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Uh, yeah. Okay, let's start with the box office as we always do. So this weekend total brought in 195.7 million domestically. Compared to 2025, this weekend it was down 3.46%, which is because last year this was the time frame of the Minecraft movie, so
Mm.
that made more
Oh yeah,
money
that does make
than
sense.
Galaxy, which is why even though Galaxy has such a big opening, which we'll talk about in a moment, it's still a negative, like less than last year. But we are up 103.1% from last weekend, so that's pretty cool. At number one this weekend at the box office, a surprise to no one, is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It pulled in 130.9 domestically, 372.5 million global on a $110 million budget. Um, I believe it is actually a smaller opening than the original,
Yeah.
which is interesting because ideally you want to be going up, right? You don't want to be staying the same, or especially not going down. So I'm sure it'll still hit $1 billion,
The
but
Avatar 3 effect. But
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
yeah, it'll hit.
curious to see if it'll, how much less it'll make than the first one.
I mean,
It's Go ahead.
Gen Con, but general consensus. I guess we'll talk about this more when we're actually talking about the movie. But like, I feel like the interest isn't as big. The novelty, where it
That's
has worn
true.
off. Of like,
That's
oh,
true.
what does a Super Mario movie actually look like? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, cool. We know what this is now. And since people weren't really impressed with the story of the first one, and they're going to be even less impressed after what they hear about this one, like, they're not just going to go.
Yeah.
But it still is going to cross $1 billion, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not like
It,
no
wa- it,
spoilers.
it, it was this year's biggest debut. Um, for context, the original opened on a Friday, and for the 3 day, it pulled in 146.3 million. This one opened on a Wednesday, so it's like a 5 day weekend, and that was 204.6 million. Um, it's the biggest 5 day haul since Moana 2, which is pretty cool.
Oh. Uh, so wait, but when you were comparing the opening weekends of both the previous ones and this one's, are we comparing it like with that 5 day versus two day margin, or like?
So okay, one second, hold on. Sorry, I was misreading the numbers. Here, the 146.3 and the 204.6, that was a 3 and the 5 day for the first one. I don't know why
Okay, okay,
I got it confused. Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting,
So yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll get into it when we talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so number two is Project Hail Mary in its third week. It pulled in 30.6 million domestic, which was a 43% drop from last week. The domestic total is at 217.2 million. The global total is at 420.7 million. Even though it lost all its IMAX and other premium large format screens to the Mario movie, it still did pretty well, especially in its third weekend. And it's likely to end its run at about 600 million worldwide, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, Project Hail Mary just feels like a classic, like Hollywood movie. I don't know if that That feels kind of stupid to say, like, duh. But I mean, it just feels like that movie that we don't. I feel like we don't get as much separated from like franchises, just like something collectively enjoyable, um, and gripping, and like people can just go to, and not really have to worry about. Like, it's not problematic at all, is what I'm saying. And it's a good movie,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's worth it. I suppose it's a good story. So
for sure.
yeah, and it doesn't
Yeah,
fit, and it's just very general.
yeah. I also think that might be a reason that it like Mario might not be doing as well, because I know a lot of families have gone to see Project Hail Mary, and they're
Interesting.
both like space esque, right? So I'm
Yeah,
curious if that has any impact. It very well might. I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, I didn't consider that. That could definitely be doing some damage because Project Hail Mary is PG-13, right? Yeah.
I think it's PG.
Wait. It's PG. No, it is PG-13. But
Okay,
regardless,
it's
like,
PG-13, but
yeah,
I feel like there's really
it is a
not
PG movie.
much in here that like
Like, it basically feels
kids
like
can't
one.
see. Yeah, it easily could have been PG.
This back in like the 90s, back before they made Indiana Jones, this would have been a PG movie for sure.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Um, so yeah, like, yeah, regardless though, if it's PG or PG-13, like, I do see, I do see a world where this is doing damage because it is overall like a more enjoyable time at the cinema than
Right,
than
right.
than Mario Brothers. Hopefully, people will clock that or some shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, interesting.
yeah. Number three at the box office this weekend was the drama. It pulled in 14.4 million domestic and 28 million global on a $28 million budget. It is the third biggest opening from for A24, just behind Marty Supreme and Civil War.
They've been on a streak, bro. Like, honestly, what's the? I'm very curious to know what their next film is. Um, it's very
Let
very
me see.
interesting, but we'll talk about it more, I
I'll,
suppose.
I'll Google it for you right now. The next A24
Yeah.
film is so
Oh, I think it's the one with. Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's Mother Mary, and then there's the Backrooms, and then there's the Death of Robin Hood. So
Another Robin Hood
interesting.
movie.
Yeah, that's with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, interesting. I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Backrooms. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I just
Also,
want to
I
see
did not
what
know Renate like Riencev is in it, like the Oscar nominee. I think that's hilarious.
is she like known for.
She was in Sentimental Value. She got nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Oh wait, she's in Backroom. Wait, she's in Backrooms. No way.
Yes, she's like the female lead.
What?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Reigns.
Oh,
I don't know
you're
if I'm saying it
right.
right. Yeah.
Renee, I think it's Renee Reigns. I'm not even trying to make a joke. I'm not. Um. Okay. Cool. That's actually so dope. Uh. See, I feel so weird about the Backrooms movie because on one hand, it looks like a cool film. I'm very excited to see like, um, what like an internet like thing can become into like an actual film, especially
Yeah.
created by like I think the original person. I might be
Yeah.
wrong on that, but but also I'm so fucking jealous of this fucking Kane Parsons guy. I mean, he
Yeah,
seems to
good
be
for him, right?
cool. Like, bro's like 20 and he's already like, oh my god, man. No, but I've seen his stuff. I've like followed his stuff a little bit, and like, yeah, he's been doing this since like he was young, and he's like really
Yeah, good
talented.
for him.
He's
The
really
trailer
talented.
looks pretty cool. I
Yeah,
am excited for that movie. I'm sure we're gonna review it when the time comes.
Hell yeah. Watch out for May 29th at the end of this month.
Yeah. Okay,
Now we
so
know.
overall, the bigger picture of the box office this weekend, the year-to-date score is looking healthy. Domestic crossed the 2 billion this weekend, which is up 26% from the same point last year. And then upcoming, we have big movies, such as Michael, Devil Wears Prada 2, Mortal Kombat, The Mandalorian and Grogu. So just a lot more money is going to be printed in. I'm not surprised. We all knew this was going to be a big year for cinemas. Um, so I'm really excited to see how all these movies do.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for the box office talk. I have a couple other news things I wanted to mention real quick. Nothing crazy. Um, Ryan Gosling has dropped out of the Daniels next film. Last week we mentioned that Ryan Gosling was going to be in the next film from the people behind Everything Everywhere All at Once. That is no longer going to be the case. He's dropped out of that film. Uh, Not really specified a reason. So, yeah.
Right. Who knows?
Yeah. Kid Cudi is going to be making his feature directorial debut with Doe, an addiction-focused drama, which he'll also star in, which is now filming in LA.
Oh God. I don't fuck with Kid Cudi at all. Oh my God. He's, you know what? I don't want to get too into it, but
He's in the
uh,
Sonic movie. He's in the Knuckles show.
for what, like 35 seconds? Oh, he really left an impact. That Kid Cudi, I'll tell you what. That Scott Miss Cudi. Oh boy.
Yep,
Uh,
that's the one.
no, I don't know. I just think he's like annoying, and I don't like his music sometimes.
Yeah,
A lot.
that's fair.
Um, but I mainly just think he's annoying. But yeah. So to see a film made by him is gonna be interesting. I'll watch it though.
Yeah, I feel like every rapper makes like an addiction-focused movie, and it's just like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah, I could be. I mean, yeah. I honestly like what, like Stranded at Compton, also like 8 Mile. To be fair, I haven't seen 8 Mile, so I don't know if that's addiction focused. I don't know. Who
Yeah,
knows?
the what's it called? What's the animated one? Intergalactic.
Kid Cudi made Intergalactic.
Oh, right, he did.
I didn't even see that. I did want to watch it, but I thought I thought it looked
Yeah,
interesting, but
I don't know.
I just
We'll see
didn't.
how this turns out. I'm not expecting much. I just
Me
wanted
neither.
to bring it up.
Yeah.
Last piece of news is that Glenn Powell's and Judd Apatow's comedy has given in a title officially. It's going to be called The Comeback King, and it got a 2027 release date. Um, I think it's crazy that movies are like being scheduled for like the end of the decade already. Like that just doesn't feel real to me. I feel like we just started the 2020s. Um,
Yeah, mentally we're still stuck in like 2022, you know, before
yeah,
everything happened, I guess. Uh it feels weird. It does. I understand what you're saying. Like, time is just moving so quickly, bro. We're gonna be 35 in like
shut
12
up.
seconds.
No, we're not. Lock in. We're not. We're not.
My knees are
Okay,
starting to
so
hurt, bro.
oh my goodness, Nick,
That's not even a
what is
joke.
wrong
My
with you?
knees are actually starting to hurt. Oh fuck.
No, you're unk. You're unk.
I am, bro. To talk to myself real quick. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so that brings us to the end of what's poppin' and into what we watched. So when we were deciding what our main review for this week was going to be, we were deciding between Super Mario Galaxy and the drama. And we decided to go with Super Mario Galaxy, but we both ended up watching the drama this week. So I think we are going to give it like a little mini review right now. And I'm curious, Nick, what did you think of the drama?
I liked it. I don't really have much to say about it. Just because I felt like I felt like it's the type of movie that you really enjoy on like a second watch, like seeing all the ways that like people interact or and like all the little like details and character behaviors and whatnot. But like on first watch, regardless, I was interested for like 85% of the way through. and then like started getting a little boring like right before the wedding, and then at the wedding like it was interesting again. Um, but yeah, no, I mean overall genuinely carried by Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I feel like especially Robert Pattinson. He's the main star here. He's like our main character in essence. So I think he really carried. I mean, Zendaya is also great. They both. The movie wouldn't be the movie without both of them. And
Right.
also Alana Haim and who's the other one? Sorry, that feels bad. Who's the other guy?
You should feel bad. He's gonna know.
No, I know. He's gonna yell at me on through the computer.
Oh no.
Mamadou Athi. Yeah, Mamadou Athi. No, Mamoudou Athi. My bad. Um, yeah, I thought they were also really compelling characters, at least interesting whenever they were on screen. I did find Mamoudou Athi very annoying, and I think that was the point. Um, yeah, and then Alana Haim. I'm a big Alana Haim fan in general, like seeing her in other things. So I like her, and I think she's cool, and I think she also acted this very well. I'll say a little bit more about how those characters are written, but I want to give you the floor, Alon. What did you think about the movie?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I quickly want to say I didn't know like the big like plot point of what the movie's actually about going into. Did you?
I did. I found out on Reddit like 9 months ago.
Okay, yeah, I'm really happy I did it. It
Yeah,
made
I
the
wish I did.
experience of watching it in theaters really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I completely agree with everything that you said. I think it's really, really carried on the performances of the main like quadrant of people, specifically, obviously Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. I think Robert Pattinson delivers another weird, strange, kooky character like he always
Mm-hmm.
does. Um, I think Zendaya gives like a genuinely like touching and kind of unnerving performance. Like I really like the relationship between the two and seeing them tackle the situation. I really found myself hating the other couple, which is obviously like the point, right? But they really made my blood boil. I have to disagree. I never felt bored at any point. I really enjoyed, and by the time we got to the wedding, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" I felt like everything was building to this, and yeah, I had a really great time with the drama. Um, and I do agree with your sentiment of how it's like a movie. I think that I'm gonna like even more on a rewatch,
Mm.
just because I feel like there's a lot of like imagery and like subtle stuff that I'm sure I can pick up on with multiple rewatches. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
I
give this
mean,
movie a shot.
like about that real quick. Like overall, it's a beautifully shot film.
Yeah,
Like everything is like composed super well.
it looks like
Um,
it was shot on film. I don't know if it was.
yeah, yeah, no, it does. Me neither. I don't know if it was, but it just I love the
Yes,
use of
it
colors and
was
how
35
pretty.
millimeter film.
Whoa, cool, interesting.
Yes.
But yeah, no, everything just popped. Everything was very visually stimulating and
Yeah,
colorful and not like samey, I suppose.
yeah,
Um,
I totally agree. It
Crazy.
was just really beautiful. And the sound design was good. And I feel like it had a very interesting way of shooting conversations
Mm,
in like uncomfortable and unnerving ways. And I think
hmm.
I saw Ari Aster was a producer on this, and I think it makes a lot of
That
sense.
makes so much sense. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, really great film. Um, Try not to know the twist going in,
Hmm.
because you will, I feel like, appreciate your viewing experience a lot more. But yeah, give this film a shot.
For sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing I watched this week was actually something I watched just today. Was the Boys season 5 premiere.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. So, I mean, I think it's crazy that we're at the end of The Boys. Um, and I feel like this really feels like an endgame level situation. Like the stakes have never been higher. You can feel the gravity of the situation. I would say it really is delivering on the promise of the end of the last season. Um, yeah, I mean, we only got 2 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very, very excited to see the rest. Soldier Boy's back. Really fun to see him. Um, these characters are so likable and so fun to watch, and I've grown so fond of them over the past years that inevitably some of them are going to die. I know they can't all make it out alive, so it's going to be really painful. Um, they're so out of the gate. They show that no one is safe. That's all I'll say.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, it was a great time. I'm really excited for more. We also got like a Daredevil episode, which was fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna talk about the season as a whole once it wraps, but this was like one of the best episodes of Marvel television I've ever seen. And we also got a new Invincible episode, which was pretty great as well.
Uh, that's so cool, dude. Like, I'm so excited for this new boy season. I did not watch the episodes. I watched something else, which I'll mention. But you just got me really hyped for watching the boys, especially with that. With
Yeah,
the
I mean, it gets right
who's
into it. Doesn't hold back any strings. No like building up to like, oh, you have to wait for the a couple episodes for the season to get good. No, like we're right into it right away.
dope.
I'm happy to say the action doesn't hold back. We get action sequences. We get fight scenes. We get interesting uses of powers. We get the classic the boys, disgustingness. We've never been more back, pretty much.
I mean, they better be like it's their swan song. It's their last go at it.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
better be memorable
Homelander
like
had,
that.
Homelander is off the rails. Um, and if they nail the landing, I truly think Homelander is going to go down as one of the best villains of all time. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
really excited to rewatch the show, like once it's done, and just see the evolution of the character because I feel like what Anthony Starr does with him is just so insane, so cool.
Not just not just of Homelander, but like honestly all the characters. I've tried to go back and watch it, the beginning of the boys. To be fair, I only started watching it like halfway through. But I tried to go back to watch it to like fill in the gaps. Um but it's very noticeably different from like the way that these actors I guess I'm more talking about what's the kid like Huey? Yeah, Huey.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, the Australian one or New Zealand one?
Butcha.
Butcher. Yeah, him. Um, they're very different in the beginning, like obviously. But they almost feel like childish, and also I feel like the show stylistically hadn't was still. I mean, hadn't like
finding
worked out the
its
kinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
finding
finding
its
its
ground.
footing. Exactly, exactly. So, so I just ended up not watching the beginning because I was like, ooh, this feels weird. Um, but I do want I would like to see like seeing how this show ends, being like, oh, like because I do like know everything that happens in the seasons previous. So I don't know. I'm just excited to see. I have like ideas as to where the season could lead, based off where I think where if I remember correctly where the last season ended. Um, and if they do it in an interesting way, it could be cool. I don't know if I should
Yeah,
say it or not, but yeah, because it might be a
yeah.
spoiler.
I'm really uh, I'm gonna be sad to see the show go, but thankfully Amazon is not gonna let us miss it because there's like 5 spinoffs coming up. So
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you
yeah,
fret, young Padawan.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm expecting it. The same thing. Same thing is gonna happen with Invincible, most likely. So when that
yeah. The thing
happens,
is I can argue that like there's a lot in the Invincible universe that like calls for a spinoff, especially because it's like an animated project, so I feel like it's different.
Sure.
Um, the boys not so much, but I don't know. That's up for discussion, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you watched this week that you wanted to talk about?
Um. Yeah, I saw. I saw. I think the most generationally impactful film of our time,
Oh
and
no.
it's like our Citizen Kane. I
I'm
think.
gonna leave the Discord call if you say what I think you're gonna say.
Yeah. So I saw Pizza Movie. Um.
Oh my God. I wasn't even gonna talk about it, but I did see it as well. So okay, I guess we're talking
I
about
was
it.
hoping that you saw it. Hell
Of
yeah.
course I saw it, dude.
I literally just finished watching it, like right before the call. Um, and honestly, I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. But wait, I'll let you talk. I want to hear your thoughts about it before I continue.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fine. It's nothing I've never seen before. It felt a lot like they took the sequence in 21 Jump Street where they take the drugs, and then they stretched it out into an hour and a half. I think it could have made for a super good short film, um, but I don't know. I don't think other than the main two, I didn't really care about any of the characters. I will say there's some really really over the top funny performances in the movie, like the RAs, hilarious. There's some really really funny moments, some really really funny bits, but
Hmm.
it's nothing like generational. It's nothing crazy. I would say the memes are surrounding the movie have like increased my enjoyment of it, but like actually in the moment watching it, I was like, this is pretty fucking stupid, you know?
Sure, sure. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
Um,
What did you think?
well, so yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was funny more than anything. I don't know if it was just like maybe my sort of a sense of humor. Um, but yeah, I could also I did feel like a little long in the tooth. I would say maybe like an hour 20 would be perfect for this sort of film. I don't think it
Yeah.
should have been a short film though because uh I really like the character arcs in the movie. Not like that they're not anything crazy or special or like it's nothing of what this film is nothing that I've seen before. I will say, ironically enough, it does feel like reheated nachos or pizza. But 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 I think this film is a little bit more. I don't know. There's like a sort of style with it, not just in the way that the drugs are presented, but also just like in the general filmmaking. It does feel very low budget, but they make
Yeah.
it work. Um,
Yeah, and they get a pretty big scar. They get a pretty big star in the Stranger Things kid. What's
yeah,
his face? Gaten Matarazzo, and he's funny. I like them. He's one of my favorite one of them.
yeah, for sure. And the other one too. I mean, I've seen him before in other stuff. I can't remember what, but I've heard
Montgomery.
his.
What a diabolical name.
Dude, no, insane. What a time. On it, the only reason I recognize that kid is because I recognize his voice. He's definitely like voice acted in something that I've heard before or seen before. But yeah, but like
Also, the
that's.
one lady from SNL's in it. I don't know her name,
Oh yeah,
but
Sarah
she's
Sherman. I
like,
love her. I love her. I think she's so funny.
she's in it.
And also Caleb Heron, who's like a podcaster comedian guy. He's the fat guy.
Yes, yes, he is in it as well.
Yeah, and then I think that's it from people that I recognize. Um, but I also really I don't know. I thought I really like the not just the RAs, but also the friend Lizzie's friend group, other friend group.
Yeah, like the
Um,
popular kids.
yeah, the popular kids. I thought the bit where they kept saying like where they just kept repeating the same story about how he farted in their face was just so funny. I don't know why that was so funny to me. But like that's like the only thing these people talk about is about about just farting in these kids' faces. And like they have nothing
Like I
else
don't know. I
interesting
feel
to
like
talk
that's
about.
like part of me. Part of the thing that's like this is kind of stupid.
Really?
Like
I think the stupidness is the point. I
maybe
love
I
the
don't know. Maybe I just wasn't
stupidness.
rocking with it. Maybe I just wasn't rocking with the movie the way you were.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean it could just be it really could just be that. But more than anything overall, I just really like how this film these characters had issues. Maybe not so apparent, especially with Montgomery. I feel like he was his like switch up at the end, or not switch up because he didn't want to do that, and it was present. It was a present issue. I don't know. My point being, I just like that these films had these characters had issues in the film, and then they were resolved and had full character arcs, and then they changed or whatever. I feel like this feels so weird to say, but I feel like a lot of films, the especially like modern, like low budget, more whatever, um, they kind of forget to give the characters like story arcs. Even if
Yeah,
it's like something stupid or not something like original. Even and regardless of that, I still felt that the film was like relatable to people who would watch it, which would be college students, which was aiming for. So I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was funny, and that's the biggest compliment I could give it.
yeah, it was funny. I just thought, uh, it was a large amount of shots, large amount of shots thrown, and the hit to miss ratio was, I would say, about 50 to 50, in my
Sure,
opinion.
I can
But
agree
I
with
would say
that.
the jokes that did hit, um, were really funny. So I'll give
I
it that.
Yeah, I will say I did not expect to like it this much. I really was not gonna watch this,
Yeah, it had a
until
funny ad campaign. I saw a TikTok where they were like, "We didn't get the budget for a theater release," and I was like, "Okay, fine, you got me. I'll watch it." I don't know if you saw that ad.
I don't know. I didn't see that one. I saw the one. Well, I don't know if this was an actual ad or not. I just saw the memes as well of like the pizza movie app. I don't know if that was a real thing that actually existed, but
We get
and
it,
then like
bro.
we get it, bro. Yeah. Or the other ones, but honestly, the reason I decided to watch it was because I saw the RA taking the uh
The
bong
phone.
pickle
Oh,
the
okay, yeah,
the
yeah,
pickle bong scene, and I was like, and how like it was like homaging to like Tarantino and everything like that. Um, and I was like, this is actually really funny, and like this is actually working. I can't because bro, that guy's performance, the RA,
yeah.
insane. So bro, sold it every time. I was so into it, bro. He was great. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. So I didn't expect to like this movie. I didn't expect to watch it, but I did, and it would surprise me. So it might surprise you too if you think it's too stupid to give it a watch.
Yeah.
I think you should maybe give it a watch
Do you
if
want
you're
to
really interested.
know where his voice is from? I'm gonna blow your mind. I just googled it.
Yeah, where?
He voices the friend in Clarence with the block with his
Yo,
forehead.
Jeff, bro, holy shit, bro, that's crazy. Well, my goat.
Yes,
That's my goat right
yes,
there. Holy shit.
yes.
Good
That
for
makes so
him.
much fucking sense. Hell
That
yeah.
makes 100% sense, bro. Oh my god, I loved that show as a kid. But yeah,
I
that's
thought
my
it
goat
was
right
so
there.
stupid. I never really liked it.
Oh my god, this is the problem. Yeah. Oh my
See,
god,
this is the
no.
disconnect right here.
Yeah. That's what I mean. No,
Yeah.
there was a point where I thought Clarence was stupid. I think when it first came out, I wasn't into it, but then like after maybe a year or I don't know, maybe like a few years, I was just like, I'm so into how dumb this character is and how he interacts and how the world interacts with him. I don't know. It's a good show. I think it's a good show, and I think
That's
Pizza
funny.
Movie is a good movie too.
That's
Um,
really funny.
but yeah, no, cool. That's cool. Did you watch anything
Yeah.
else this week?
Yeah, not really. Other than this week's main feature. So I would say let's just jump right into that.
Hell yeah.
Um, Let me start with a quick spoiler-free summary. Having thwarted Bowser's previous plot to marry Princess Peach, Mario and Luigi now face a fresh threat in Bowser Jr., who is determined to liberate his father from captivity and restore the family legacy. Alongside companions new and old, the brothers travel across the stars to stop the young heir's crusade. Nicholas, what were your spoiler-free thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
It's just what I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about Mario Galaxy either, just because, or maybe I do, but I feel like I have more to say about the the possibilities of what the Mario Galaxy movie means, and also the effect and the reaction that it's had on people, more than the actual film itself. Because the actual film itself, it's fine. It's, in all sincerity, boring. It's not I guess entertaining for sure, but I would never wish a second rewatch on my worst enemy for this film. It's not that bad, but it's more just like, it is just fan service, and after a while it really just, your eyes just kind of glaze over, and it's nothing horrible. There are moments of like, oh, this could be something interesting, and the animation is nice, and I wouldn't say I ever laughed or I thought it was funny, but there are interesting, I don't know, comedic bits here and there, I guess. But overall, it's just so bland. And I'm not even going to talk about the game either, because I mean, I am a Mario Galaxy fan, like the original game, but I feel like people are getting really hung up over the name, and at the end of the day, it is just a name. They just decided to call it Galaxy because, oh, they're in space now. But it was never going to be based off the original. Yeah, it was never going to be based off the original game. The Mario lore has extended into Odyssey now. They're trying to do that, and I just think it's also stupid on Nintendo's part to call it Galaxy, to have that sort of expectation. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like I just felt the movie defeated and just kind of deflated, but not even a bad defeated, like, oh, I'm so disappointed. More of just like, yeah, that's what I expected. That's exactly what I expected, and I got what I expected from a sequel to the Mario Bros. Movie from whenever that came out, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Right.
And yeah, I was just like, yeah, I mean, they're gonna keep making these. And Alon, what did you think of the Mario Galaxy movie?
It was pretty. It
Same.
certainly looked nice. It certainly looked like people drew images,
Mm-hmm.
which formed moving pictures. Okay.
Can we say the same about the
I was
writing though?
honestly, yeah, I was really disappointed with the movie. If I'm going to be honest,
Yeah.
um, I felt like it was devoid of any soul. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I feel like
Yeah.
every character felt out of character, either out of character or flanderized to the point of no return, where they're just caricatures of themselves, just doing just their main, like, what they're known for. They're just gonna do it.
Wahoo!
Every time they're on screen. Um, I feel like the story, if you can even call it one, jumped all over the place. Didn't really, nothing really happened for the most part. I feel like things were just happening. Like none of the characters were taking any active role in what was going on. Things were just happening. Um, what's it called? Not really any rhyme or reason to what is going on. Just a huge slop cameo fest of references and Easter eggs and, oh, look, that's from the game. Oh, remember this location? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Um, it was honestly really disappointing. I am a very big fan of Super Mario Galaxy. It is my favorite Super Mario game, so I had pretty high expectations going into this, and unfortunately, they
But
did not get met.
why? Sorry,
Why? What?
why did you have high expectations for the sequel to the Mario movie?
Because I fucking should. The last one made $1 billion. I can
But it
expect
wasn't
this one
any
to be a
good
little bit
either.
better. Right.
Because this
I
is
can expect
Illumination
it
we're
to be.
talking about. Like, they're not
All right. Well, fuck
known for
you.
making
Well,
good movies.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for wanting to enjoy my movie.
I guess. No,
You
I
fucking
understand.
bastard.
I get
Like,
it. No, I understand. It's just like I don't know. I mean, I'm also saying this to an extent because I am also disappointed. I would have loved a great Mario Galaxy movie as well, and we were cheated out of it.
I think you're just coping. You're just saying this to cope
Sure,
in your own way, right?
absolutely. No,
Um,
absolutely. It is a cope.
yeah,
Um,
no, it just really unfortunate. I feel like the new characters were not handled particularly well or interestingly. Specifically Yoshi, like somebody called him a like he's pretty much just like a minion, like one of the minions. That's what he is in this movie, right? He does nothing. He adds nothing to the dynamic. Um, what's it called? Bowser Jr. I didn't find very interesting or compelling to watch. I did think his like attack little like brush thing was cool. But overall, like his plot line with Bowser, like I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. Like I wasn't having fun in the theaters. It really
it
felt
felt
like a movie
artificial.
catered to the modern, like to the modern Coco Melon attention span generation. Yeah, I don't know. I and Mario fucking sucked. He did not sound as bad in the last one. I like I think his performance must have gotten worse because he did not sound this bad last time.
You can tell in all the press junket as well. Chris Pratt just does not give a fuck, and
His heart is not in it.
he hates the fact that he's the face of this film franchise, of this film cinematic universe now. Holy shit. Um because like he has no whimsy anymore. He's not the guy from Parks and Rec the like 10 years ago or whatever. He's um Christian Catholic like church leader now or some shit. I don't know. He doesn't. He's all of his whimsy is gone, is left. He can't be Mario anymore. I can't wait for the day that they recast him. And I don't even particularly care about like dislike Chris Pratt. I just don't think he's a good voice at all. Everyone, honestly, I've been impressed with
He's
how
not a voice actor.
he's not a voice
Period.
actor. Everyone in the film, even to a certain extent, Toad has been really well casted as off ball as they could be. Like, say what you will about Yoshi, Yoshi's place in the film. Honestly, like the voice of you, like Donald Glover being Yoshi, like that worked. Like
Yeah,
I never
I
thought
mean,
once that that was Donald Glover.
like it worked, but that just felt like they did it just for a headline. Like, what was the reason? Like, I don't know. It's just there's so many strange decisions. Okay, can we move into spoilers?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Like I feel like Star Fox, like it was so cool seeing him, but he's just so hammered in to the movie. He feels so out of place. I feel like, um, and I hate saying that because he was the best part of the movie, right? I don't know.
I mean,
It's
like,
such a shame.
listen, I couldn't help but absolutely just soak my pants when I saw Star Fox and all of the other references. It just completely let me through the whole thing. I was completely enamored.
Yeah,
But
imagine how
yeah,
cool
no,
it would have been if they didn't fucking spoil it like the week before. How
yeah,
much
honestly,
more surprised you would have been?
it would have been spectacular. I just feel, yeah, I don't know. I felt like the whole film really was just waiting to get to the next whatever the film thinks is a dopamine kick, whether it be
Yeah,
a
it was
funny
like a
joke or
slideshow of references.
yeah, it really, and I don't know, you know, I didn't like Mario either. His whole thing, he has no like story, or really, there is no reason we could be following any one of these people, and the story,
I'd
nothing about
rather
their
be
perspective would
following any
change.
one of these people. I
Yeah,
honestly would
honestly.
be.
Maybe we should follow Rosalina. I bet her being in that bubble would be more interesting than whatever the fuck we went through. I will say, This kind of low-key should have been the Peach and Captain Toad film. Um, Even though I don't like Peach's character either, I think she's um, kind of bland. No, not kind of bland. Definitely bland. Just like and I don't even mean to say this in like a bad way, but the base definition of a I don't know if I'm using this right, but a Mary Sue, where she can just do anything. She's pretty much impenetrable and invincible, uh, and
Yeah.
and she just like yeah, she's just perfect. She's quite literally a perfect character, and I never
It's
found
because
her.
she's magic. It's because she's magic.
And she's pink,
She's
bro. She's pink. She's pretty, so she
sisters.
has to keep it.
She's sisters with Rosalina. Let's retcon things. Let's do that. Let's change things for the movie. Why do they always do that?
Wait, Rosalina was in this movie? Like,
Like,
but
yeah, like what the fuck? Why is
but
she
yeah,
in this
no,
movie? Why are you in
no.
this movie?
But my point with Peach is like, bro, her as boring as her character is, she went through a more interesting story than fucking Mario throughout this whole thing. Mario just kind of fucking bitched around the whole thing, and then broke the castle, and then and then he just kind of then he turned into a baby, and then that's it. And then he fucking fought Bowser, and then that's it. That's his whole story. That's his whole journey. The scene that I liked the most was Peach fighting in the casino, because one, I like the characters. They were like funny or weird. And then the environment was interesting. And oh, also I also want to mention this. The reason I'm talking about the externals of this film a lot as well, like of what's gonna happen after it, is because you can tell so clearly they're gonna make a Smash Brothers movie. By the way, not by like not just by the references, but also a good 40% of this movie is just fight choreography, and it's not bad. It's good. Like it's dynamic, it's interesting, it's whatever. But focusing on the fighting so much, especially when it's like two like iconic characters fighting and they're doing like smash moves, they're 100% building up to a Smash Brothers movie. Like it's it's silly for people who are still saying that they're not doing that. And I honestly
Thing is,
expect
I
it.
don't even want. I don't
Sorry,
want it
no, go ahead.
anymore because it's not going to be good, and I don't want it if it's not going to be good because it's going to be heartbreaking, right? So I don't even want that fucking movie to
I
happen
just
anymore.
I also just don't know, and I'm not even saying this as a cope, but I also just don't know what a good Mario movie would look like. Like, what that would be. Mario has no real story. Even Mario Galaxy, the reason you love that game is the environment and the atmosphere, but also because it feels good to play. It's fun to play. But like, what's the actual story of that game? Peach gets abducted by Bowser, and then Mario gets Rosalina's help to get her back. Right? Like that's it. That's the whole thing, and that's what it is for every single Mario game. So what do we really want from a Mario movie? Right? Like what's the goal here? And I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying
Is it so wrong of me to expect quality? Like, I don't know.
no, it's not. I just and I guess I am. I guess I'm asking you to like represent like millions of people, millions of reactions that I've seen over the past last Wednesday when this movie came out. Um, there's just troves of people who are like really disappointed, and like I mean I like I said I want a good Mario movie too, but also like I don't even know what that would look like. And so when I hear things about like or when I think of things about like a Smash Brothers movie, I'm not really expecting it to be good. And I'm not expecting any of these movies to be good. These franchises exist only in video games to me. Anything that comes outside of these video games is merchandise. And that's how I feel about this film. And that's how I feel about, really, honestly, any Nintendo film until one is good. Until I know that they can make a good film, it will be, for me, it will be merchandise. And because then when they make a good one, I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, okay, we can actually put effort into these things. But they haven't put effort into anything, any real effort. They put effort into the animation, but it's still just made to sell the games and everything else outside of it. So that's I don't know. I'm not super pressed about it, but I think I would be if I was a bigger Galaxy fan.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it just feels lazy and, like I said, passionless and
Mm-hmm.
soulless. Um, and you're right. I'm not gonna hold out any more hope for the quality. If the next one turns out to be good, awesome. If it turns out to be bad, whatever. Like, I can't care anymore.
I think the other thing too is like I'm a little afraid to say this, and I hope it's not true. I hope I'm wrong about this. Um, but I think Nintendo is entering or has entered their corporate Disney era, where every so
Yeah,
often they'll release a good game, but listen, now they're theme parks, now they're toys, now they're like Nintendo Land is only going to expand. Um, and so now we're at a point where with these franchises they have to maintain a certain criteria. Not that they can't evolve, but evolution is going to take longer and more commitment is going to be less likely. Like if the if Nintendo started this like whole theme parks and like external thing that's happening um 15 years ago before Breath of the Wild came out, everything in the theme park related to Zelda, because we are getting a Zelda land at some point, would be like
right.
green Link tunic, like Skyward Sword, very like major what Ocarina of Time style tunic. Now that that game came out, and now that we're getting Nintendo Land after that, most likely I feel what's going to happen is we're going to get a lot of Breath of the Wild style things, because that's what's most recent, that's what people know. um and so I think once, and I might be wrong about that, but if that is the case, um once that becomes a theme park, quite literally, it's going to be a lot harder to get another style overhaul
Yeah,
that we're kind of used to, at least with Zelda, and
right.
to some extent with Mario as well. um there's going to be just a lot less evolution. They're going to have to stagnate a lot more. They're going to have to maintain a criteria, and I hope that's not true. I hope what I'm saying is not true, but I think it's true because of yeah, it sucks. I'm really honestly really I'm really sad about the state of affairs for Nintendo, and I just hope they make good games. I just hope they make good games. I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's it.
Yeah, just focus on the games, guys. That's all.
I mean, low key, yeah. Like genuinely, like yeah, because there's a reason we haven't gotten a Nintendo movie for like so long after the Mario Bros. Movie from the 80s or 90s or whatever. They gave a fuck about uh about the quality of their things, of the things that they produce, and not that they still don't, because they still make good games in in 2026 in current year, but they didn't release any films because of that quality criteria, because they didn't want their brand affected. But now with the change of so many presidents and leadership, um, they don't care anymore. They're gonna expand more. They're gonna want to become the Disney of video games more than they already are. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have it's a lot. It's just a lot, and I feel like I'm rambling a little bit now. But
No, you're good, dude. It's interesting to think about.
yeah, I'm
Um,
just sad about it because I love Nintendo so much. But what are we gonna do? It's a fucking company. Why am I loving a multi-billion-dollar company? Really, whatever.
yeah, and the most we could do is just wait and let time pass, and then go see the next one when it comes out, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, let's just keep supporting them with our money,
Yes, of
and then being like, oh,
course.
that one was a little bit less better or a little bit less good than than the last one, and then we'll watch the next one, hoping for the next thing, hoping for it to be better, and it just wouldn't. Oh boy.
Yeah.
The future of cinema, folks, looks bright and healthy. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yes, oh
Um,
yes. Yeah. I have nothing else to add, do you?
no, me neither. I'm
All
good with
right.
that.
With that being said, that's it for episode 32 of Popcorn Problems. Thank you guys for joining us. If you made it this far, you're the real MVP. We'll be back next week reviewing the Japanese film Exit 8. In the meantime, hit us up on socials at Popcorn Problems Pod and let us know what you thought of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Don't forget to follow, rate us 5 stars on whichever platform you're using, and DM us your hottest takes and suggestions. We will see you next time. Peace.
Have a good one.